Hi guys, welcome to the flight today, as we are with the LevelUP 737-700, and we are going to do a flight from Las Vegas down to Palm Springs. We've got all the performance calculations. We use the Peroformance for the takeoff and landing, and we've got the 737-600NG for the LevelUP here with us today. Rocking the southwest, as we depart out of 99 left, and we arriving on to 31 left. So don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Leave your comments down below, navigate inside the cockpit and start the aircraft up ready to leave. We are now in the 737-700. We'll go overhead now, and we get the battery on and guarded, standby power is guarded, and ground power is on. We get one pump in for the APUs, we've got the fuel and everything which is already on. We can arm the emergency lights, we get the chimes on, we get the seatbelts to on, which are checked, engine starts both, we get the window heats which can go on, and we get the IRSs all ready to go. We'll test the warnings for the stall warnings, etc. once everything comes to life. Cockpit recorder light, which is out. Resex fans are on, we get the packs on, isolation valve is open, we get the APU bleed on it as well, and we get the electric hydraulics all set. So we go on the position light, we get the anti-collision light on, we're going for a flight level of 320. Which is checked and set. Elevation coming down is 495, so we're leaving for 500. As we're waiting for the APU to come online, we can get all of our panel lighting on as we light up the cockpit. Go to back and ground power. Get our front console lights all on. As you're all set, we'll go for the dark look today. As LevelUP have done a great job on the textures, they're more darker, which is fantastic to see. So as we wait for the APU now, we're just going to start coming back slowly but surely. Go into the FMC, get the IRS all aligned and ready to go. So we're going from Kilo Lima Alpha Sierra. Go down onto the left GPS. Punch that in, go onto our routing. We're coming in for Kilo Papa Sierra Papa. On the departure route, we're going to be leaving out on 19 left, and we're taking the Ready Romeo 2. From the transitions, as we can see, we've got a level which we're going to transition off for, and then from level we're then going to make our way down to cloud, and then cloud will be on for the arrival which we take in. So we're going to then head direct down to cloud. Coming in for the arrival, we've got the Bono 1. We're going to transition off from the Bravo Lima Hotel. Coming through, we've got the RMP Yankee coming in for 3-1, and we transition off at Cloud. Not Cloud, we transition off at Sabono. And then Sabono is the last part of the flight. So that is us all set up there, ready to go. That's executed off. And now we can go into the perf as everything's all set. We've got 53.7, we're holding 2 on the reserves. So now we'll get up the Toba performance that we've got set for the aircraft. We have got a flex temp today as well, which over on the flex temp we're looking today is 39. Over on the perf now, we've got our gross weight, which is 53.7, holding 2 on the reserve. We're coming in for a cost index of 12. We've got a flight level of 320. Top of climb, outside air temperature is -46. And cruise wind is 286 at 66. Transition 18,000. As we've got 2 on 2 degrees, we're going for a Perth of 39 on the cell temp. And we've got our D rate as well, which should come through. We're going in for a flaps 5, which is going to give us a V1 of 119, 121 and a 128. We're going to put in a 123, a 124 and a 127. Okay, which is checked. Coming out, we'll do the centre of gravity and everything. On the runway slope is going to be one now coming through. We're going to bug up. So we're going to go for 320 as an RNAV departure. The flight director, the VNAV, will control our ascend up to 32. We'll leaving out on the 194. Okay, which is checked, 127. And we'll put 194 in as well overhead. Okay, which is also set. Overhead now, we're all ready to go. Window heats are on, we can get the packs off, which are checked. APU bleed is on. Everything else is on auto for the pressurization, and we are set now to leave. Parking brake is set. Coming out on the flaps 5, so we've got a D-rate takeoff of 39. And we'll do our landing performance as well. And we'll see what the margin is between us stopping and the end of the runway. TCAS can now go to T8, which is checked. We've got some VRRs about, but we're not going to follow any of the VRRs out. We're going to basically come through, we'll leave out of the runway, out onto the 194, then proceed onto the 189, 25.3 DME from Deru to Radir. Once we get to Radir at 13,000 above, we are then going to break away to go down to level, which is going to be just over here. And once we come through to level, we're then going to basically head down onto cloud, and they'll be all ready to leave. So we can now release parking brake. And we are now going to push back. So we go for engine number 2. So start valves opening. 25% and 2 will then increase fuel, and we'll see the EGT start to rise. As engine number 2 now stabilises, cut-off switch is back, and we're going to go for engine number 1. Into increasing, all pressure temps will come to life, 25% into will increase fuel, and we'll see EGT start to increase. And the payload gross weight is 23.3, which goes 5.25, inject fuel, and see number 1 coming up. As engine number 1 now comes back over, as we can hear my mouse, I need to get a new one. So as engine number 1 comes over now, we'll see the EGT now stabilised, everything is all happy on N2. So we'll go over and switch the gens over, we'll go back to Gen 1, which will be set. Get the probes on, which will also be checked. We'll get the packs on, isolation valve can go to auto, engine bleeds can go to on, APU bleed is off with APU, which is set and checked. In the cabin, and we are going to be ready to go. Engine start switch is kind of continuous. Auto brake is RTO. And we are now ready to leave. Engine, everything is fine, ND can be turned off now. As we are now at stands, we can put the parking brake on. So as ground now disconnects us, we can have a look at the taxi chart. Basically the taxi out will come out of Golf 1, we'll take a right hand turn, we'll follow it down Delta, and then across over Mike. We're then, we're going to go off for 19 left, so we'll go in for Delta, we'll follow it all the way down to the bottom, and then line up, so we can take Lima, and then we're ready to go. So tug's now going to leave, we are fully set and established to go. We can drop into our flaps 5. So as the tug now leaves, we are ready to go. We've got 320, which is set. We've got 194 coming out. We've got LNF pre-armed along with head and select. 3019. Auto brakes are checked. We've got the engine start switches, which are continuous, and we are now ready to go. So we'll power on up now so we can leave. Got D rate of 39 on the cell temp. Just going to give us a reduced rating of 89.1. We've got a climb 2 coming out. We're going to take a right onto Golf 1 and then follow it down all the way through to Lima. So as we make this right hand turn, we're going to follow it down. We can see lovely Las Vegas. We will be doing the return trip as well. We're going to make the right hand turn, follow it down to the bottom, and then take that left on to Lima, where we're then going to join on and get ready to leave. So as we are coming through, we'll take the second right, I'll follow down Sierra for Lima, or Delta should I say. As we keep up speed as we leave through. Then we'll take a left onto Lima and then we'll be ready to leave. Using x-enviro, skies are quite clear. 10 statute miles down in Palm Springs. So coming up now past Papa, we're going to hit November, Mike, then Lima. So we'll see how the D rate performs as we've got the 123, 124 and a 127 for V2, and then we'll bug up to our flaps up retraction. And we'll see how the TOPA fares for the departure as we're using the TOPA performance, and basically just interpret it into the LevelUP 737. So here is Lima that we're going to rock onto as we are ready to go. As we are going to need all of the runway anyway. So cabin crew prepare for takeoff. As we cross over the old shore, we'll get the strobes on. And we'll line up onto 19 left. So we'll get the runway tunnel lights on, strobes can go on, which are set. We're doing the cabin, engine start switches are continuous. Coming out at 194 for the 187. And we are using a D rate of plus 39 on the cell temp. So here we are now at runway 19 at left. Put on the brakes. go ahead, we'll get the landing lights which are on and checked. The LNAV is pre-armed, 250 coming through, so we can release the brakes, full pressure on the yoke, up to 45%. Stabilised, and so we go. Speed live.
80 knots.
Check, throttle hold, thrust is set. 100, neutral column.
Rotate.
Rotate. So as you can see, it's quite sensitive.
Positive rate.
Gear up.
Gear up.
Flaps up speed.
400.
400 checks, auto brake can be turned off along with the gear, which can go off as well. As we start to just reduce now into climb 2 as we lower the nose on the aircraft.
1000.
1000 checked. Now we're going to acceleration speed. Now the aircraft will start to slowly speed up. We'll get ready for flaps 1 as we are following continuously out now. And we're on a climb 2 thrust setting as we disperse out of lovely Las Vegas. Get the train on, which will be checked. Don't want to lower the nose too much. Want to keep on for a positive rate of around 10 degrees. As we come down to a flaps 1, yeah, there, flick into a flaps 1. Get a little bit of trimming as well, so the aircraft doesn't want to slow down too much. As we follow the flight director up, going on to our flaps up setting. Which is checked, and now we can engage VNAV, which should go in. For some reason it's not. That should be. So we can go into level change for now, and we'll get the autopilot in, which will take us up as flaps are fully retracted. So I don't know why the VNAV isn't working. Go into the load page, should be there. Trying to get the VNAV on now. So there's the VNAV. Aircraft will start to lower down on pitch, and we'll climb up now as we pass through 6,000, 18,000 feet. We'll pass through transition, go to standard QH as we depart out now of lovely Las Vegas following the sit-out. Currently now just climbing up as we arrive through to Reading, 13,000 above on that ascent through leaving Las Vegas. Which can be turned off now, which are checked. Fasten seatbelts can be turned off as we're approaching near to 9,000 feet. We've got landing lights off now. Runway turn-offs are off, and we'll do our after takeoff checklist. So, auto brake is off, flaps are up, no liners. I know the VNAV is engaged, with autopilot, CMD, AE engaged as well. Landing gear is off, landing lights are up, and engine start switches are off as well. And in the cabin now, tell everybody to relax as we climb through to 10,000 feet, and we'll go up to our cruise speed, which is going to be for around 280. As we see upon the climb, 320 and 283, which is going to be decimal 735. We'll go up to decimal 74, and we arrive at 1195 to our top of descent. Just reaching now for radar, down onto the 189, which is checked. Past 11,000 feet, and we get ready to go into that left-hand turn. LevelUP aircraft is very nice indeed to fly. It's a nice aircraft. It's a little sensitive, but I'm sure that'll get sorted. Got x-enviro in as well. We're using all those. We've got the Bings in level 17, and we're using the TOPA for the takeoff performance as well. which fared okay. That was quite a nice departure. It was stable because I wanted to get performance, because if you haven't really got the performance, you're going to be using too much power that you need. You're going to get a rapid descent, and if you haven't got any throttle reductions in, then you're going to probably go up full blast between 1500 AGL up to 3000, depending on what the factory settings are. So that's why I wanted to get the performance, so then we can get the aircraft to take off accordingly, and we don't use too much power, we just use what we need. So as we're just passing red, we are 13,000 feet above now, just getting up to 14,000, and then we're going to take that left hand turn, which will take us to Doing onto the 165. 165, which is set. 165. As we pass through 15,003 on our way to 320. So what I'll do, guys, is I will leave you with the Takeoff Cinematics, and then once we get back into the flight deck, I will then be ready for our top of descent, ready to come in for the 3-1 left arrival into Palm Springs in the 737-700NG LevelUP. So don't forget to like and subscribe, guys, and I will see you very soon. Hi guys, welcome back to the flight deck. As we are just on our descent now, passing through flight level 290 as we get the aircraft fully configured to come in. So the QNHs down in Palm Springs are going to be 3016. Which is checked. Coming through, visibility 10 kilometers, clear skies, temperatures is 5. And our landing performance from October, we are looking, we've got on our way, we're going to be leaving on the runway 52.2. And we're looking for a VREP 30 plus 5, which will give us a 131, so that is bang on for what we need. Plus 5, which will be a 131, which we've got. We're going to be taking a auto brake max. And we'll be left with 460 meters as we need 1049 on the approach. As we run in on the arrival, the minimums coming down for today is 734 for 304. Which is checked, and we'll leave it on the first officers as we've already got in the Palm Springs VOR, which is 66.1 nautical miles away, which is practically right next to the airport. as you can see, running parallel. Our initial pricks is for Zono as we're coming through for 9,000. Maximum max 210. Over on our speed restrictions, we've got 270, then 210 below 9,000 feet, which is checked, which is then going to give us a 7 nautical miles to relock. As we pass through 260 now, we did get some warnings through our level for cloud, as we are on 24 nautical miles to go, 10,000 feet at 299. So possible 210 below as we come through to 9,000 feet. Just descending now, we are heading on the 188. Engine start switches can go to continuous, we can get the seatbelt signs on, and we can tell the cabin to get themselves ready. As we leave down now, currently from flight level 320. So FMC speed is on as we pass through 25,000. Weather seems to be clear. We've got all our winds. Our winds are 220, 225. So weather's quite calm coming down. We'll be doing a 4K wing view arrival of this flight as well, so that's something you guys can look forward to, as we are now 62 nautical miles passing through flight level 230. We're on the VNet paths. We see the vertical deviation, which is bang on, and if we want to see that even further, we go on to the descent. We see the flight path angle is 3.1, the vertical bearing is 3.2, so the aircraft will descend just a little bit more, as then it's going to start to level off as we come through. So the aircraft's doing a good job so far, as it needs to fade down for 3.2 for the vertical bearing, so the aircraft will descend to get to 3.2, and then every time that goes down, the aircraft's pitching up, every time it goes up, the aircraft's pitching down. So we can see that the aircraft will pitch up just a little bit to keep him for around 2,050 on our vertical speed. Speed rates can be armed, which are checked as we leave now, passing through Judnu. We can then hit level 4200. ISO 200, which is in. As we pass through 21,500 feet, coming for around 270. Temperature currently is 15 degrees. Got 25 degrees bang, because we're coming down for 9,000 feet initially, which is also set at 3016, which we'll check over, passing through 18,000 feet. .704, which is going to give us our 300, and 04 on the feet, and 734 on the barrel. So 734, which gives us a 304 decision height. 3016 as we come through, so I don't think the QNH works on the reserve for some reason. As we pass 19,004, on our way to level now, currently 1.2 nautical miles. As we pass through 19,000 feet. VORs for Palm Springs, which is 11550, and we are coming on the RNM approach, which will be set in and ready for us to go, so as we roll through clouds. See if we can activate the EAL with the flight path and glide path. Final approach course. There's a QNH is coming over now at 18,000 feet, which will switch over as we now rise down into Palm Springs. So as the aircraft now starts to go onto its descent. Making sure to capture the vertical profile, or vertical deviation. As you can see, 30 feet just out of profile, so we are there bang on. Now following the profile through, passing through 17,000 feet. 34 nautical miles to go. Then once we reach down to cloud, which is in 18 nautical miles, we're then going to start to slow the aircraft down to 210 below once we get down to cloud, and we'll be under 250 for around 10,000 feet. The thing you can do as well, which is on the descent, you can get the forecast in, which you can put in as well, just to tell the aircraft a little bit more about what's going on. We didn't put it in today, but you can also put that in. Passing through 15,000 feet. Once we reach cloud, we've got our set procedures. We'll just take that slight right to left. Then from that right to left, we're going to follow it all the way down to RealWorld, which will take us to Temp, and then we'll be fully configured to come in for the arrival. We're going to start the descent down. The front approach point is Jizzle, so we'll make sure we are fully established, gear down, flaps 30. All the descent, which is 3.1 degrees, and we are committed for 131, so we'll be looking for around 700 feet per minute. As we get ready to come in, we've got our Palm Springs VOR, which is currently telling us that we are 33 nautical miles as we pass through 14,000 feet. So you've got VNAP speed tape as well, which is very nice. 37 from Palm Springs VOR. So Jessup is the final approach point. As we ride down onto the 210, which is checked. There's that right to left for cloud. Diesel point is going to come in as soon as we come down through to cloud. We are going to start to descend 260. So you'll start to see the speed tape start to slowly move down with our speed indicator. There's 11,008 coming in now. As we move over from cloud, which is going to be the 254 to the 193. So you can see the decel point where we're going to then start to slow down. Then we'll slow down even further to 210. 9,000, which is in. We're going to be coming all the way down, sticking for the final approach point, which is for 2009. 2009, which is in 254. And then we go over to the 193, which will take us to Wemmer. As we now slow down to 25, below 10,000 feet. You can get the landing lights on, which are checked. The aircraft's going to slowly, Sabinu is going to go down to 210, there's a decel point as well. It's going to be just near to our descent. We need to be max 210 on our speed once we hit Sabinu. We're going to be turned on to the 192, but 193 on the FMC, 210 max speed, 9,000, which is our initial approach point. Our initial fix is Tuvok, and then we've got the final approach point, which is Jessup. So I'm going to slow down to 210 now, as the aircraft starts its descent. So far so good, the aircraft's handling very nice. Got a VREV of 30 plus 5, which goes to 131, we've got 126. On our landing approach, and we've got a max auto brake, which gives us around 400 metres of space at the end, using around 1096 metres. So we're coming down to 210 now. And then by the time we get down to Reork, we're going to get down to 172. And then just up will be our 143. So we'll be fully configured, ready to come in onto the runway. There's a 193 coming in now. Just checked. I'm just currently -5. As we currently pass through 8,008. So we'll go down and get our landing and approach checklist. Okay, so 210 FMC speed will kick in, so the throttles will come through. Once we have our descent preparation, the ATIS information, which we've also got checked, we've got 3016 on the QNH, we've got 2503 knots coming down, which gives us a +5 on the landing. Our Tim's is set for 3016, the radials are both set in for 115.5, and we are going to be coming down on the 309. Which is also checked. As we pass through 8,000 feet now, I'll reset the MCP altitude. We've got the FMC approach speed rate, which is a VREF 30 +5, which gives us a 131. Localizer frequency on this frequency we're not using. We're going to go in and activate the approach once we come down. We'll see if it works. If not, we'll just let LNV take us down for the RNAV. Engine anti-ice is currently on now. It's just past 3 degrees. Auto brake set to max. Minimums on the barrel is going to be 734 MDA for a 304 decision height, and our altimeters are now set to local passing transition altitude. So as we come to Riddick now, Riddick we're going to stay for 210 below, under 172. So as we're currently staying here, we need to be 4,000 above before we make that left-hand turn. Once we get down to Tivuk, we'll make sure that we have got flaps 5 in just before we rise through. We are currently at our flaps up as we need to be 210 below. We've got 2009 in, which is for our final approach point coming in for Jessup. We can see that we have got the approach and everything, so we won't activate that up until we are down for 2,900 feet. It needs to be 4,000 above, then the aircraft will start to descend itself down onto the runway. We've got auto brake max coming in for VREF 30, which will be at 131. It's currently -6 now, as we can see here, -6 as we come through. Once we pass in, we've got 173 for Tivuk. So we can drop into our flaps 1. And once we go into that left-hand turn, we can then drop right through. So we'll drop into flaps 5 now. Set and engaged. As we get ready for that last right hand turn, which will take us down to Jessup, which is our final approach point. We'll then activate the approach and we'll be ready to come in as soon as the glide slope comes higher and above us. Then we'll track in and ready to intercept. So there's that left hand turn now. Jessup's our final approach point. Holding the 154 onto the right hand turn now. 25 degrees of bank. It's 2009. Jessup's 3.7. As we come through. As the approach is right there, ready to come through. Can go down as the airport is in sight. We've got flaps 15, gear down.
Gears down, 3 greens.
Gears down, 3 green. The airport and everything is in sight now. Can activate. We're on the Ian. 2,000 feet, just checked. And just to be double sure on our runway, there's 3-1 left right here. So we are just offset for the mountains, as you can see. As we follow down, just passing through Chisholm. We're looking for around 750 feet per minute once we come in on the arrival. Only 6.2 DME. We're on the single channel. On the final approach course and the glide path which is activated. As we go down into flaps 30. We've got 131 coming in. And we tunnel lights can go on as well, which I'll check. Coming through, take a seat for landing. Let's pass through 2002. As the aircraft just bears in on that 131, we'll continue the descent down. So for the landing channel, it's got gear down, 3 green, flaps are down, green light, speed brake gears are armed, landing lights, runway tunnel lights are all on, engine start switch is continuous, we're on stems on single channel, running down on the RNAV approach for runway 31 left. Runway is in sight as we're following down on the vectors. And as I'm happy now, we can do some manual flying, so disconnect the autopilot and disconnect the auto throttle, and now I have control of the aircraft. As the runway is offset just a little.
Approaching minimums. Minimum.
Continue. So that was a very quick arrival as we came in. As we just rolled down, ready to taxi on out, and then we'll go over to stand and get ready to park up. So very quick arrival that was, as the physics are quite sensitive on the level ups. Maybe they'll get fixed at some point. If they put the Zebo's physics into this level up, it'd be perfect. Apart from that, the aircraft's really nice. So the speed brake's retracted now. As we come down to the end, ready to turn off. Yeah, which I'll check. As we roll through onto stand. And that is the arrival for the evening, guys. I hope you enjoyed the flight down into Palm Springs. We'll be doing a return back to Las Vegas as well, so be sure to tune in for that. And I'll leave you with the landing cinematics for the arrival into Palm Springs for runway 31 left. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave comments down below. Have a great day, and I'll see you all again very soon. Bye bye.